What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Yank Your Crank. I'm Chris, and today we're going to talk about double drop shotting. The big double D. Double drop shotting, I mean. So basically, I'm going to show you my technique. Of course, like always, it's not like everybody else's. But guys, hang with me here. With that being said, let's get into the things you're going to need. So the first thing, guys, you're going to need drop shot hooks. Then, of course, you're going to need a bottom trailer. And then, of course, on top of that, for your drop shot, you're going to need some kind of little finesse. And then the secret to the sauce right here, shaky egg. Alright guys, let's get into this. Okay guys, so once you have your drop shot hook right here, you're going to take and you're going to thread your line through. And I may pull this away from camera because it may be easier. Basically, you thread that line through and you want your hook facing upward in the direction of your line. Like there's the end of your line. You want your hook facing upward, not this way, not downward. You want it facing upward. Okay, guys, so with that being said, then you're going to take, loop this line around. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see this. I'm going to try and make it as best as possible, but you're going to loop it around once. Got to put it through that same hole. Okay. Once you've got it around that same hole, what I like to do is I like to just slide it up the line. I like to keep pulling on it and just slide it up till I've got about somewhere about 16 to 18 inches in between. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that loop out. So basically you're going through with the loop, if you guys can see that. Then what you're going to do is at the top of your line, you're going to tie that around in just an overhand knot. So I don't know how easy this is to see, but basically you tie it around an overhand knot. Once you've done that, you're going to pull it through, and then that loop, you're going to take and put your hook back through that loop, and then you're going to pull it all tight. And you just want to make sure that it's even, and you want to go slow so that it hooks around there in a good way. And then once you've got it, as you can see, that hook is facing upward. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to move on down the line. We're going to go all the way to the end because, as everyone knows, with a drop shot, you've got to have a weight. So we're going to go ahead and move on down here to the end of this line. And instead of your typical drop shot weight, I like to put on a shaky head, as you guys can see. I don't know. Like I said, guys, I don't know how much of this is going to be in focus, what's not. It's kind of difficult with the small stuff like this, but you guys get the gist of what's going on here. So basically, I like to tie, and I'll show you the knot I tie with that. So I go through once, and then I'm going to cross it over, as you guys can see. I'm going to cross it over just like that. And this is a knot I tie for probably 90% of my baits. It's a knot that I haven't ever had fail. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take that and I'm going to wrap it around that loop. And you want to keep up here, you want to keep a loop up here up top. So guys, just so you can see this clear. So first things first, you're going to leave one finger in there. You're going to cross that line over. And then you just want to wrap it under and keep going under and keep that loop. As you can see here, I've got that loop around that finger. And you're going to go about 5 times with it. It's typically what I do. I go about 5 times. And then you're going to take that end tag line right there and you're going to go right back through that loop. So take that end tag line, go back through that loop, and then just pull up. And you want to wet the line. You want to wet that line so that that friction doesn't cause it to break. And there you go, guys. I tie 90%, I would say, of my knots. And I have pulled in everything, including rocks. So now once that's said and done, as you can see, we've got our drop shot here and we've got our shaky head here. So your shaky head's going to serve as your weight. What I like to do, I like to put like a split tail, a craw, any kind of basic, like something, you know, that's going to be dragging the bottom there. You can also put other like flukes, other fish, so it looks like one's feeding and one's suspending above. That works really well. But this works really well when the fish are docile and they're not really all that active, guys. Wintertime is a great time to throw this. And wintertime, fall, pretty much any of those seasons is going to be a good time to throw this. But basically what you're going to do here is you're just going to run that through. And these may not be the straightest, guys. Technically this is not something I would throw because it's kind of not straight. But you see how crazy that looks, right? Alright guys, and so then once we've got our bait on there, we're going to go to our drop shot. And this is the main reason that drop shot needs to face up like that. So the main reason is because you've got down here at this end, you've got your shaky head and it's pulling on that end of the line. And then what I like to do is I just like to take, I don't know how well you can see this, but I like to take this right here, I like to just run it through there like so. And there you go. Now you've got kind of a hidden drop shot hook. And as you can see, when you straighten out that line, that weight lays on that line, that fish will just sit there and shake. Look like a minnow. And then of course, at the same time, this is down here kicking. So that's basically the double drop shot, guys. I know this probably isn't the greatest, closest tutorial here, but you guys get the gist of it. I do my double drop shot. And with that being said, that's that for this how-to video. Stay tuned, we're going to have another video coming up Friday. I know this is Tuesday, guys. I apologize. Just had a lot of stuff over the weekend. So with that being said, follow us every Monday and Friday, as well as hit that subscribe button right there if you haven't already, and like and tell everybody about us. Guys, thank you so much. I appreciate all the people following me and watching these videos. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. Until the next adventure.